into this chamber where you have all these naked bitches, and they was touching him and shit, and he said you cannot have sex with none of them. You know, so he was like, oh, this is fucked up. You can't touch none of them, man. He was fucked up.
Yeah, man.
You know, so all kinds of things, man.
We might even introduce you or go ahead and have sex. So then you can start to get used to it, used to that feeling, and then we castrate you.
Yeah.
Not even stop. We gonna castrate you, and then burn you with hot coal. And you Ishmaelites are gonna, man, all y'all Ishmaelites are gonna feel that. Yeah, definitely. I'm cut your tongue out too, and throw some hot coal up in it. Y'all gonna have to chew up on it.
Fucked up things are gonna happen to y'all, man.
And if you talk to me and I don't understand you, I'll beat the shit out of you. Say it again. Can't understand. Say it again. Say it again. Let me understand what you're saying. Y'all are fucked up. Right.
He was reading.
Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I send them not. Neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught, and the deceit of their heart.
The deceit of their heart. Go on.
Therefore thus said Yahawashi, BAHASHAM Yahawashi, concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I send them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed.
Exactly, man. So what do you think? Hey, man, a brother had a dream. A brother had a dream about IYC. You know, IYC was being proud and stuff, being in this theater, acting like they made it. And then a big angel came and he said, come. And all the IYC members had to follow. And then they was walking through this hallway, and they were all red lights. You know? Yeah, the blood upon their hands. Because I made a video about it, kind of breaking down the dream. You know, and I said those red lights represent the blood that they have upon their hands. And then, you know, they had to go through this iron gate, and they heard screaming and things like that. Yeah, because, and the scripture says, pride cometh before destruction. Because they was looking proud. They was telling GMS members like, you see, we made it, man. We made it. Then the angel came, he said, come, follow me. And he said they was starting to get scared and stuff, because they know, you know, this doesn't look good with the red lights and stuff, because that's what they have, man. They have the blood of the people upon their hands, man. You know, they have all the blood of the people on their hands, because they are not warning them. They're not warning them for the microchip. They are not warning them for all kinds of things.
I have a precept on that. This is Isaiah 56, verse 9. All ye beasts of the field come to devour. Yeah, all beasts in the forest, his watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs, they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yeah, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter.
Give me Philippians 3 and 16. Go on.
Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant.
Yeah, so they talking positively about this place, you know, setting up their own things in this place. Meanwhile, it's gonna be destroyed, man. Where is that?
Look at Ezekiel 21.
Yeah. Read this real quick.
This is Ezekiel 14, verse 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he had spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him, and I will destroy him out of the midst of my people.
Yeah, so these people are also set up to deceive the people, because the Most High is not dealing with all these people, man. You know, there needs to be an amount of people that is gonna be deceived, because the scripture says the deceived and the deceived are his. So the Most High just set it up like that, man. You know, but if you see that these men are doing this thing, and it's of the Most High that they are deceiving the people, then you have to realize who these motherfuckers are in the reincarnation, man. You have to look at them like, hey, a bunch of pieces of shit, man. You know, because they did this back in the days too. And Yahawashi was referring to them as the man that killed the prophets, man. These are the men that killed the prophets, man. Looking nice from the outside, but on the inside they are like sepulchres, man. You know, like the dead bodies, man. They want to be nice with the golden garments and shit. I remember, man, once I was on the page, on the IYC page, and they was wearing gold and white garments, man, on the Pasach. Gold and white garments. I was like, whoa, these guys really, they think they're angels or something, man. Hey, yeah, man. I was like, and then they're standing in the triangle, like the brother was saying, they were standing in the pyramid formation. They really, hey, man.
Do you know how much that garment costs? $400 and $500. $500 for a garment only for the Bashak. It's one day garment.
Don't forget the entry fee for the Bashak.
Yeah, 250, and if you want to bring wife and children, 250 on top of that. That's 500. Yeah.
That's right. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him.
Exactly. So these people, they're gonna get the same punishment as the false prophet's gonna get, man. Because they believe in those men and what they're saying. You know? So give me a precept.
Zephaniah 3 and 8. No, 3 and 9. No, I started 8 and the key is in 9. Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the break. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Here it is. For then will I turn to the people of pure language, that they may all call upon the name of Yahweh, to serve him with one consent.
Yeah, man. So that's what's happening right now. We are serving Yahawashi, and we're calling on the name. You know?
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 17. I started at 16. Yeah, I started at 14.
How stupid is it to say that you're not supposed to call on the name? How stupid is that? Yes. Yeah, man. No, just say God in Christ. And then you had this dude, you had this what is it? He's the priest Ayaton or something. He's the left hand of Nate. He said, I don't give a shit if the letter J is 300 years old. That doesn't matter. And then you see this edited video of GMS like, what? Yo, what? Damn, what is that? This dude is...
So basically, we can call upon their God because we speak Dutch. So the only reason we speak English is because, hey, we watched a lot of movies when we was young. Played a lot of games. And basically that's it. Because I didn't learn English in school. I learned, I just learned it. I don't know, I was watching too many movies. Then I started listening to rap. So, hey, y'all got to keep on rap. Right. Now, this is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. The Heavenly Father had mingled the perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt.
Yeah,
which
man. That's about to happen to America, man. You know, they're gonna be like a drunken man staggering in his own vomit, man. You know, that's the state that the economy is gonna be in, man. There's not gonna be no work. There's not gonna be no profit anymore. You know, the society is gonna go to a all-time low. You know, instead of an all-time high. Go on.
Now it says, Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women.
Yeah, man.
And it shall be afraid, and it shall be afraid, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it.
Yeah, man.
And the
state of the society, of that society going down, man. You know, the terrorists that are gonna be out there, the people rioting, the people rising up to the government, man. Sedition among men. You know.
Verse 19, verse 17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
You know, these Judites are gonna be roused up, man.
Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
Yeah.
The land of Judah.
I always say this, right? You know, Judah, there's nothing like Judah. He's not a red tribe or nothing. You know? You see those crazy Latino things, yeah, it's true. They're crazy like that because the police can't really control them.
No.
But Judah is in the neck of his enemy, so he's basically, he can't really go wild, you know? But when the police, hey, when the 911 doesn't work anymore, man, hey, you're gonna see something in Judah no one has ever seen.
No one has ever seen.
Hey, I saw this song, right?
ISIS is nothing, man.
I saw this song from a bunch of so-called black females, right? They made a song and it was glorifying the so-called black man. Y'all remember that song, man? It was
When they removed it?
No, that's the other one.
Yeah. But there was a lot of black females that came together and they made a song about how they was actually lifting up the so-called black man. In that song, I saw a Jake in jail, man. This guy was fucked up on bump like a motherfucker. I was like, yo, this motherfucker is dangerous just looking at him, man. But that's our people, man. Our people are so, and when you see them, man, hey, they fucking, hey, they just have to walk by you, and these people will get scared, man. These devils will get scared, and that's why you should ask yourself, like, how these devils put us in slavery? They fucking scared us, man. They scared the shit out of us, right? But nowadays, you still have our people that be scared of them. It's because of the shaking that the Lord did upon them, and testify. And He's gonna do it upon them.
That's why Ezra said, like, and these people that was once reputed least than nothing have become the Lord's over. Second verse is 6.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
You know, with
He's like, these people that have reputed least than nothing have become Lord's over us. How long shall this
Second Ezra 6.
This is the second Ezra 6 and 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
Yeah, man. It's sometimes I look at these crackers, man, and I also feel like, how can this be, man? You know,
The Most High,
really like,
the Most High, He did it. It was the Most High allowed them. That's the only thing. That's the only explanation there is.
yeah, and then
There's no other.
yeah, man, and we already think that in the state that we are in right now. How much more back in the days, man? We did not believe that, man. Like the prophet said, like these base men are gonna take over. Yeah, I can understand why we didn't believe
like
that,
you see
man.
a hammer, you know, with the big belly, you know, and they say those are gonna be the next rulers. You're not gonna believe it, you know.
No, even worse. More about it. Look how weak they look soft body, but still they own everything. Especially y'all gonna go to Suriname, you should see how Moabites, the so-called Chinese, they rule everything in Suriname, all the stores and the East Indians and stuff like that. So when you see that, you be like, and you know who they let do the hard work, the showing of the hard thing. They let Jake do that, man. And then you see him behind the cash register counting the money, taking your order. But in the back, you got Jake's working hard ass labor shit. He doesn't do that. He doesn't lift up big pounds of rice.
He can't.
He can't. He said, hey, I need your help. Can you do this for me?
That's why if Jake one day, if we would just say this one day, all the Jakes upon the planet Earth would just say, we're not coming, we're not going to work, this society would go down in one day, man. Because this society builds upon the Israelites, man.
But then Zephaniah chapter, Isaiah chapter 19 verse, Isaiah chapter 19 verse 16. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which He shaken over it. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which He had determined against it. You know, these are These are such beautiful scriptures, man. I want to keep on reading it again and again and again. Can I read it again?
Can't read it again.
Isaiah.
Yeah, you were distracted by that there over there, man.
No, I was not.
No, we were distracted.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 17.
I always say the stairs walk like that, and then you see a dude like really going on the toes, like bouncing like this.
Tell you.
Yeah, bouncing like an Edomite, man. But then he looking like a Jake.
I saw him walking there too, man.
Yeah, waving like this. Like Esau always walks like this, right? One arm going back and forth. Hey, man, you can recognize these stairs, man. Shalawam.
Now it says Isaiah chapter, that's what I'm talking about. You can see the length.
You know the truth. That's
Isaiah 19 and 17.
That was not what you was talking about, though.
No, I know, I saw that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Isaiah chapter, because he came in and out, my eye fell on her. So,
Mine eye fell upon her. Mine eye has fell upon her. I come from it deep now.
Yo.
Mine eye has fell upon her.
19, Isaiah 19 and 17. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself.
Yeah, so these Judah, Benjamin, and Levites, man, they're gonna rouse up, man, like a lion, and they're gonna, hey, when Jake in America is gonna do his thing, man, these Edomites are gonna be like women, man. You know, a lot of people are gonna be like women, man. They're gonna be scared shitless, and they already do.
Even with the guns.
Yeah, even with the guns, man. The Most High is also gonna unleash that spirit upon them, like, be afraid, man, because Jake is coming, man.
They're going to be shaking. You know how you want to put a bullet in the chamber, but you should...
And then you see Jake coming, and then you drop all the bullets, like, shit.
And now you messed up even more.
His nose is dripping and shit.
You know what I'm saying? I said, hey, did you see how that guy died in the car in the top? And then things was flipping out of his nose. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
that was crazy,
I was also
man.
looking like, what's that? But I thought he was not dead, man. I thought only the one on the left was
Yeah,
dead.
he really looked dead, like he was he was dead. But the other one looked like he was in his sleep.
I thought he was just like
Hey,
waiting until they was gone,
man,
man.
the thing was, he threw up in himself and it came out of his nose. That was throw up, man. He died like in South Park where he died.
What? Yeah, he shit himself.
It's true. Isaiah chapter 19, verse, the rest of 17. I read it again. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Every one that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he had determined against it. The second one, sorry. This is the key point. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan, and swear to Yahawashi, the Lord of hosts, one shall be called the city of destruction.
Gone. So that's us coming back to the language, man, and speaking Hebrew, you know, to a certain level, and praising Yahweh BAHASHAM, man.
Calling on the name.
In the Hebrew, you know.
Right, so I'll read it again. Now it says, verse 18, in that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan, and swear to Yahawashi, the Lord of hosts, one shall be called the city of destruction. So guess what? From the so-called 5 cities, one of them is going to, 5 cities of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, where they are, one of those cities is going to be called the city of destruction. You know what that represents? That represents that, wait, let me get that precept. Read it again. It says this, Isaiah chapter 19, verse 18. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan. Hey, somebody get Zechariah 12 and 7. Can you get 12 and 7? Because I want to comprehend with this. So it says, I'll read it again. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan. And the language of Canaan is the ancient, so what they call the Phoenician Hebrew, but it's actually the Paleo-Hebrew, because they want to associate a Hamite with the original language of the Jacob descendants, because they do it until this day.
But it's a little bit different, though. Polynesian meets Paleo is a little bit. It's actually the same, but certain characters.
different.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's just like this. You have the English from America, you got the English from Australia, and you got the English from England. It's all English, but they have different accents and they have different meanings to certain things. In America, a fag is a homosexual. In England, the fag is a cigarette. So that's how it changes, right? And the thing is like this also. When you had King David in the time of Goliath of Gath, he was speaking with Goliath. And this shows you that Goliath understood him, because we were speaking Hebrew and he was speaking his own language, which is the so-called Canaanite Hebrew, Phoenician, stuff like that, which shows you that we can still talk to each other. They probably had an accent compared to us. Like I said, just like how you have the English in America and you have the English in England.
You have the Dutch from Holland and the Dutch from
Belgium. And, yeah.
Luxembourg.
And you have the German from Germany. And you have the same German. And you have the same German from Switzerland, which they both speak German, but they actually speak it a little bit different, right?
The Swiss people well, I'm from Switzerland, so we speak a different German. We don't even have our own written language. Our written language is German. When the Germans come to Switzerland, they can't even understand us. It's like if I say, like you say, wie geht's? It's like, how are you? That's in Hochdeutsch, what you say. But in Swiss German,
Hi Dutch.
yeah, hi German.
But they call it Dutch.
And then,
Both Dutch.
and then in Swiss German, if you say, how are you doing, you say, he goes. Instead of he gets, it's he goes. So it's totally different.
It's not totally, it's just a slight difference, just like the English. You have a potato, and in the American you have potato or potato. Potato or potato, tomato, sorry, tomato.
I believe in Allah, so you go to heaven.
Yeah,
Allah
we believe in the Heavenly
Jesus
Father.
and Muhammad.
We believe only in the Bible.
Finish it.
Now check this out. You have, because what Esau is doing, Esau is always uplifting the Hamites. Every game that you have, if you go on the PlayStation, if you go on Xbox and stuff like that, all them things that you see is this. You always see posters of Tutankhamun. He's a fucking incest baby. That's why he's being uplifted like that. And then you have all these other and then you have all these other all these other categories. If you go to the casino, you have a ancient money section. If you go to the game place,
That's right, man.
you have if you go to the game world places and stuff like that, you will have certain games uplifting. For example, Tomb Raider. In Tomb Raider, you see her in some game that she got or whatever. You see her, trying to free Seth from
I played that
from
game.
that guy. It was a cheap ass game.
Yeah.
And you play from the diagonal side, right? Right. She's trying to help Seth from She's trying to. It was a cheap ass game. That's what it is. But the thing was, you need to free Seth from his raping ass uncle. But the thing is this: Boris and Seth, you need to free one of those two, because one of those two raped one of the other. And I read that in their own book. So shut up. I'm not making this up. But guess what? You need to help them. So in all these type of categories, you still have that they uplifting these Hamites. If they uplifting these Hamites so much, they're calling them gods and stuff like that, how come they don't uplift these so-called Negroes, which would then be descendants of the Hamites, right? They know you're not. That's why they uplift these Hamites in everything possible, in the movies, in the games. What's up? Also, you have the movie The Mummy. They always uplift these Hamites, but they put their faces. But still, they uplifting them. So that should show you that, listen, man. If somebody's, if something is being uplifted by an Edomite, you should double watch it. You should double check that thing out. It's most likely not this. That's why until this day, I have not watched the movie Get Out. But the brother told me something like, hey, they're trying to, yeah, that's why I want to watch it. Only because the brother said it. Until this day, I have not watched that stupid Star Wars thing. You know what I'm saying? and I'm damn sure not watching on Star Trek. I know Star Trek because I saw it when I was little.
Star Trek.
The only guy that I like, is the guy that he does this and he faints. That's the only thing I remember of that stupid ass thing. But the point is,
Samuel Jackson.
the point is this: if it's being uplifted by the Edomite nation, yo man, I'm staying kind of far away from it because I don't trust it. I don't trust it, right? Now,
hey, in Star Wars, you have Samuel Jackson, the only one with the purple,
sword,
with the
purple blade. But then they make him bald, you know. But he has the only one with the purple. How you call that sword?
Isaiah 19, sorry, we keep on repeating, but it's good because that's how you remember things. If it's being repeated all the time, that's what Esau does. He repeats all the time. He repeats these lies to these people that a girl can be a boy and a boy can be a girl, and now these people believe it. But if he says it's a mental illness, all of a sudden people are going to start saying, yeah, you're right, it is a mental illness. You know what I'm saying? So that's what repetition does, man. Repetition, if you repeat to a female all the time that she's ugly, she gonna believe she's ugly. And if you repeat to her that she's beautiful, she gonna think she's beautiful. That's why you see in the States, they're talking about, no fat shaming and stuff like that. Have you seen the pictures in Walmart what the females are dressing, wearing? Hey man, they got 5 bellies or some shit like that, like blue, 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 right? And they're really wearing fish things. The fishnet things.
Yeah,
I'm looking at that shit, I'm like, aren't you ashamed?
Hey, that's why they promoting these fat models right now, right? These fat models, they say, yeah, you're beautiful, it doesn't matter what size.
That's what you can do to these females. If you keep on repeating things to them, they will eventually believe it. Like them skinny chicks. Back in the days, they thought they was like the greatest upon the planet Earth. They was put up on magazines and stuff like that. Now them skinny chicks, you know what's happening to them? Some kind of psychological shit. Like, I gotta get man. I'm not wanted no more. Yes, they squat like a motherfucker. And I'm telling you. While they're taking this shit, they probably squatting. This is an opportunity for me to squeeze and squat. You know what I'm saying? At the job. They can't wait to take a shit. Because then they can squat on the toilet, man. But that's happening to these skinny chicks right now, man. They really getting brainwashed by being able to have a little bit of fat on you and stuff like that. Yo, they desperate now.
That's basically the desire of Jake. Yeah. That's what's coming into society, man. Yep. Jake is slowly taking over, man.
Now, Isaiah chapter 19, verse 18. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan and swear to the Lord of hosts, Yahawah. One shall be called the city of destruction. Now the reason why it's going to be one of those 5 cities where Jake's will be, that's why the other nations are going to be in terror just to mention Jacob descendants. They're going to be scared. Why? One of the reasons why is this. Give me that in Zechariah 12:7. But the thing is this, the 5 cities, the Heavenly Father is going to put that spiritual power upon Jake. And then Jake is going to start taking over entire cities, man. You're going to have these other nations with their guns and stuff like that. But that's not going to work, man. Because the Lord says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. So guess what? That thing is not going to work. Y'all going to throw your guns away, man. Y'all going to even try to kill yourself, man. But it's not going to work. Because we're going to hold you right there. Stop the bullet, dude. I don't want to die.
Jam the gun. Jam the gun. Like what these entities can do.
They can shoot
The
you.
guy from X-Men, the metal guy. Magneto.
Yeah, that's dope.
Zechariah 12 and
12 and 7.
Zechariah 12 and 7. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah.
Actually, read above or under where it says the house of David shall be as God, as the angel. Oh yeah, that's the so it's gonna get there. But the point is, the Most High. That's why the brothers always saying to us like, but we always talk about man, the men trying to be crazy up in that that country over there, what they're doing unto each other in the drug cartels and stuff like that. then this brother always reminds us, like, listen, once the Heavenly Father unleashes, like Judah, Benjamin, Levi, hey man, the whole world is done. Literally, the whole earth is going to be done. It's going to be under our feet. We're going to snatch the necks of everybody up on the planet Earth, because that's the time we'll be getting our powers back. Then they're going to know who the real Judites are. The real Jews, Benjamin, Levi, the real Israelites. They're going to know. And once that time comes, our neck is going to be in the neck. Wait a minute. Our hand is going to be in the neck of all our enemies. Amen. We can't wait for that day, man. Imagine this. You've been a slave descendant, right? They're talking down, they're talking shit on you. All of a sudden, you get your angel's power back. It's killing time. Even they gotta laugh.
Because they're going to be sex slaves.
Yeah, that's gonna be my girl, the short one. She's mine already. She's already laughing. And I heard what I just said. I said it's gonna be killing time. And she be like, why? Because they know, like, she's dripping. She's dripping wet right now. Not dribbling, she's dripping. Like, not basketball, but dripping wet. This shows you, listen man, if a so-called black female walked by and I would say that, she would probably say, fuck you, fuck you.
The lip comes out.
Yeah. She would probably say, fuck your ass, and stuff like that. Right? But here it is, I'm telling the Edomite female, put your ass to death. And she laughing like,
or that woman, or that woman.
I'm in submission.
Or that, remember that Edomite woman that we was talking about, that we're gonna have sex slaves and stuff. And she said, yeah, can I be? Yeah. She was like, yeah. I remember that one. When is it coming? I want it now.
Yeah, a lot of them.
but this shows you, hey, you gotta think about it. This shows you the mind of our female is thinking way high, on a higher level, because she's thinking like, I won't have to work then. Think about it. If you're a concubine of a rich, an angel on the earth, a king, you will never have to work a day in your life. All you have to do is spread your legs and, get dumped on, man, by one man. Not different, multiple men, what the Arabs are doing. Then everybody and their mama come and piss on your titties and shit like that. Shit on you. We're not going to be doing filthy, nasty stuff like that, man. True. We're going to be doing it in righteousness, right? We're going to be doing it in righteousness.
This Zechariah 12 and 8. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Most High, as the